Hey everyone! So today we're looking at something really interesting. It's an invitation from Scientia International. They're calling on visionary researchers, people who want to step up, take on a leadership role, and really help guide where scientific publishing is headed.
And it all kicks off with this really powerful mission statement. We're talking about a chance to shape the future of open science. Now let's be clear, this is so much more than just getting papers published. It's about a fundamental shift, a total rethink of how knowledge gets shared and who gets to access it across the entire planet.
So what's the big idea here? What's the vision driving this whole thing? Well, at its heart, Scientia International is all about building a scientific community that's way more inclusive and accessible for everyone.
Okay, and what I think is so cool is the problem they're tackling head on. Traditional academic publishing, it's built up these huge walls for researchers. We're talking about linguistic barriers, economic ones, and even structural ones that are just baked into the system. Scientia's whole mission? It's to just tear those walls down and open up a space where science can be truly global and multilingual.
Which of course brings us to their publishing model, which is pretty innovative. So how are they actually going to do it? How do you break down those barriers? Let's get into the nuts and bolts.
All right, so their whole approach is built on a few key pillars. First up, global science and open access. That's the bedrock, right? But then, and this is a big one, they're doing real multilingualism. We're talking publications in Portuguese, Spanish, and English, all at the same time. And to make sure people can actually find this work, the metadata is in 6 languages. That's huge for global reach. Then you layer on transparent, open peer review and a real solid commitment to authors from the global south, and what you get is a model that's genuinely disruptive.
And this is great because it shows you what the journey actually looks like for an author. So picture this, you can submit your work in literally any language. Then it goes into this open, transparent peer review where you know who the reviewers are, no hiding. Once it gets the green light, this is where the magic really kicks in. It gets professionally edited and then translated into Portuguese, Spanish, and English. And finally, it's sent out to the world totally optimized so it shows up on all the big academic search engines and networks. Pretty amazing, right?
Okay, so now that we've got the foundation, here's where you come in. This is the invitation. There are 2 totally different ways you can jump in and become a leader in this mission.
This lays it out perfectly side by side. So, path number 1, you can be the visionary leader. That's the editor-in-chief. This is a paid gig, a high-responsibility role where you're setting the big picture strategy. Then, path number 2 is the collaborative expert, the associate editor. This is more of an honorific role, very hands-on, where you're in the trenches managing peer review and making sure the science is rock solid. So yeah, 2 very different roles, but both with a chance to make a massive impact.
All right, let's dive into that first path, the visionary editor-in-chief. You really got to think of this as a strategic partnership. It's for established researchers who are ready to take a journal and really guide it onto the world stage.
And the key thing to understand here is the sheer level of autonomy you have. As editor-in-chief, you define the entire scientific direction of the journal. You build and lead your own international team. You're the one safeguarding the quality, the ethics, the integrity. You're not just an editor, you're a strategic partner in the whole mission. We're talking about a role with some serious influence.
Okay, let's talk money, because the compensation model is really smart. It's designed to reflect that partnership idea. It's a phased approach that actually grows as the journal grows. So, phase 1 is all about implementation, laying the groundwork. Phase 2 is about consolidation, getting the journal's name out there. And by the time you hit phase 3, the journal is mature, it's a success, and the compensation reflects that. That's when you're really pushing for the big league indexing like Scopus. And you don't have to wait forever to see a tangible reward. Right off the bat, there's a €1,200 launch bonus once you hit those initial goals in phase 1. It's their way of saying, hey, we know this foundational work is crucial, and we value it right from day 1.
Now, looking down the road, this is where the potential really starts to show. Once the journal hits that maturity phase, we're talking about a potential annual honorarium of up to €8,000. That's a clear signal that this isn't a short-term gig, it's a serious, committed partnership.
And this is where that strategic partner idea really becomes real. Because on top of everything else, the editor-in-chief gets a 5% share of the journal's annual net revenue. Think about that. You're not just working for the journal, you are a genuine stakeholder in its success. Your success is its success and vice versa.
Okay, let's switch gears and talk about the second path, which is every bit as crucial to this whole mission. I'm talking about the collaborative associate editor. This role is really designed for active researchers, people who want to get their hands dirty, contribute their expertise directly, and pick up some amazing experience along the way. So as an associate editor, your impact is immediate. You're right there, managing the peer review, picking the right experts, and being a guardian of that scientific quality. But the benefits for you are huge. And no, I'm not just talking about another line on your CV. This is your chance to get a front row seat to the cutting-edge research in your field. You get to help shape the conversation, and you're going to build a global network of peers and top researchers. It's an incredible way to boast your own professional profile.
And they make sure your contributions are recognized in a way that actually helps your research. It's a you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours kind of system, designed for mutual success. By helping the community review science, the community helps you publish your own science. Just look at this. If you manage 12 articles in a year, or put together a special issue, you get a full waiver on an article processing charge. That means you get to publish one of your own articles open access for free. That's a huge value, and it directly tackles one of those economic barriers we were just talking about.
So there you have it. 2 distinct paths, 2 amazing opportunities. This is your invitation to step up and lead, and it doesn't matter what field you're in.
And trust me, when they say all fields, they really mean all fields. Humanities, social sciences, STEM, health sciences, even super specific interdisciplinary stuff. Whatever your area of expertise, there's a journal and a leadership role with your name on it. The goal here is to build a truly comprehensive global community of scholars.
Which really just brings us to the final and most important question. Are you ready? Are you ready to join this movement and help shape the future of science?
If that's a yes, or even a maybe, the next step couldn't be easier. Just head over to Scientia.international to apply, or if you've got questions, shoot an email to their team at info@scientia.international.
So there it is, a chance to be part of Scientia International Press and its mission to bring global science to everyone through open access. Thanks so much for tuning in.